everybody, and welcome to Let's Play DayZ. I am going to be doing this series kind of as a whenever. Um, right now I'm playing with my friend Brandon and sometimes my friend Justin, so whenever we can kind of put our schedules together, I'll be recording a, good portion of kind of our survival. If you guys don't know very much about this game, it's a realistic zombie apocalypse kind of survival game. Um, it's a free mod for Arma II and the Operation Arrowhead expansion pack. And basically the series is going to be across multiple lives, just kind of just a peek kind of into the character lives that we have. This game has a lot of moments of really slow-paced gameplay, which is really what makes the game really enjoyable. There are times where you're kind of just waiting for, the Zeds to pass, or, you have to run into the woods and kind of get away from, civilization just so that you can survive longer. So I'll try to get, some of that in, as well as the tense moments where, we're running from enraged Zeds, or if we come across bandits, stuff like that. But for this first episode, I kind of just want to do a description of the game for those of you who either don't know too much about DayZ, or just kind of want to get a little bit of information before you kind of, hop in. If you already have Arma II with the Operation Arrowhead expansion, there's no reason not to get this. It's free. It is an alpha still, so sometimes it's kind of buggy, but still it's really enjoyable, and I would recommend, if you already have the two games, to give it a try, because you have nothing to lose, and it is really fun. It does have a pretty high learning curve. It can be really difficult if you don't quite know what you're doing. I watched a Let's Play series by Northern Lion, and sort of got like the basics down by watching him play. So it didn't take me too long to sort of figure out what was going on when I got into the game. However, there is a single player scenario that you can download, and I'll put that as a link in the description, that you can kind of run through that and kind of get accustomed to it. It doesn't have, it's a single player, so it doesn't have that PvP element like in the main mod, but it's still kind of fun to get used to the controls. There are still zombies and things like that, so you can kind of get used to the game and used to the controls before you get into the more tense PvP rich environment. Part of this game, and so far from what I've seen, a large part of this game is the PvP element. Everyone's kind of, looking out for themselves, and it's pretty much dog eat dog, every man for himself kind of environment. Like, I haven't murdered too many people in cold blood, but there have been some situations where it just seemed like it was either them or me, and especially with the permadeath and persistent state, meaning that where you log out, it saves your character's information. So you'll have the same gear, you'll be in the same location, and just throughout that life. But once you die, you will be randomly spawned somewhere on the map, and you will be starting all over again with the starter gear. So as soon as you start to kind of amass a lot of survival gear, you want to keep it, but people also want to take it off of you. So a lot of the times you have to make a decision, you know, it's like, am I going to try to let this person go by and live, or should I open fire first just to not take any chances and make sure that my gear doesn't get taken? This really contributes to the dense and very tense atmosphere that DayZ has. A large part of the game is the tense, um, immersive gameplay. The game's pretty realistic as far as like you know, you get hungry, you get sick, you can break bones. If you're in pain, you're shaking and can't, you know, aim your gun really well and stuff like that, and you have to take care of yourself.
Yeah, but I'm also about
One of the things that I do really enjoy about the game is being able to kind of, you know, get caught up in the, you know, kind of the drama of, you know, staying alive, especially with the friends I've been playing with. You know, we kind of set goals when we log in, and per life, we kind of set goals of where we're going to meet, um, what we're going to do after we meet. Usually we do a quick, brief run into a city, find kind of the basic hunting tools, and then go off into the forests, or, you know, just away from civilization enough to where we can, you know, have plenty of food and plenty of water. And we venture into civilization as little as possible because that's where most of the bandit players are. Most of those players just like to camp out in the cities, have, you know, easy access to gear, and they pick off people who come by, usually no questions asked. Um, these moments can be really tense, especially after you've been killed several times in a city. You start to, you know, look into windows more. The controls, I have to say, on this game are really, really great. It takes a while to get used to them. You can make a lot of mistakes and sometimes kind of goof up what you've been trying to do. But you can roll on the ground. You can look over your shoulder. You can run, walk, kind of, you know, crouch, and then run quickly while you're crouched. You have a lot of control over your character. So when going into the city, it's important to, you know, be careful, make sure that not only you're, you know, looking out for, you know, Zeds trying to kill you, you're also trying to make sure you don't make enough noise that a bandit or someone who's, you know, trigger happy and kind of frightened, you know, you don't want them to get startled and shoot you. Like I said, there's a lot of moments of kind of slow gameplay, but that really helps build the tension. There have been several times where I've been like, you know, just running through the forest, minding my own business, and all of a sudden I see, you know, people appear, and it's like, oh crap, you know, you jump into the grass and, you know, you wait for either them to pass, or in hoping that they don't see you, or, you know, you get into a gunfight. This can happen usually at any point. I've been places where I thought surely nobody's going to be here, and lo and behold, I'll see somebody running down a field or something, and it makes the game really interesting. So far, I can't say that I've actually been bored with the game. I've spent a lot of time just running through forests, trying to collect cans of beans, little ammo that I can, and trying to meet up with my friends. And I haven't really gotten bored with the kind of slower parts of the gameplay. Um, Most of the time, if one of your friends um, is kind of, starting a new character or has died and is respawning, you have to kind of go find them. And it's been kind of fun, actually, just running around, um, not really knowing where I'm going, because eventually I've kind of memorized a lot of areas. So running through the forest, I can still sort of go, oh, I've been this way before. I know there's a town here. I know there's a town there. And a lot of the slower moments, while also tension building, um, help you kind of learn the area. And learning the area is really important because if you kind of know where you're going and you kind of know where the dangerous areas are, you can avoid them and you can survive a lot longer. And it's been really fun, sort of, taking that time, trying to find your friends. You're kind of worried. That guy right there was, that was the guy that I saw in the field that you saw earlier in the video, and he was really good at seeing people first and just running away. I'm so glad that he didn't shoot me, because he totally had the jump on me. That's Brandon right there, so that was a not too tense moment, but I was still kind of like, oh, is that you? Is that you? Anyways, like I was saying, you have to usually find your friends, and that always makes for interesting sightseeing and sort of kind of getting used to the game. Your survivability goes up, one, being in a group, and two, kind of knowing where you're going. And if you are in a group, you're going to start learning where you're going just by trying to go find your friends. And that's a great kind of immersion building. You're kind of like, am I going to find them? Or, is a bandit going to find me first? That kind of thing. And once you're teamed up, the game gets a little bit more, you start to feel a little safer. Um, so, what I've kind of learned is hubris can be the main enemy in this game. You start to build confidence because you have all this, gear that will help you survive. But one wrong move or one mistake can cost you your life so quickly in this game. Um, I've had really great weapons, tons of medical equipment, and all that stuff, and I've still died just because the game doesn't turn into easy mode once you get overpowered quote unquote weapons, you eventually have to go back into civilization, even if you're hiding out in the woods. You still have to refill your water if you're not near a pond. You still need to find some ammo to kill animals, to hunt. So just because you're doing really well at one moment, it doesn't mean that you're going to, your life isn't set. You're not going to survive guaranteed from here on out. So that's probably the number two killer. Number one killer is other players. I've learned that kind of the hard way. Um, when I started playing this, I was on the 1.6 version, and the zombies were really easy to avoid. It seems like, I can't confirm this, but I'm now playing on the 1.7 version. It seems like they kind of buffed the sight or the hearing of the zombies just a little bit. They seem to aggro, or it may just be server lag, but they seem to aggro a lot easier than they used to. But still, I don't die to zombies too often. I usually die to other players or die to stupid mistakes because I got overconfident. So, getting into a group, while, it does help you out, don't get overconfident. Don't think that you're overpowered, because you can make a mistake really easily just on a simple medicine run or a simple ammo run, and it could cost you your life. Um, what I'm going to try to do for this series is more of a kind of candid, with just the gameplay and our voice chat. I wanted to do kind of a description video for this first episode to kind of give people an idea of what DayZ is, if you don't know, and just kind of explain what we're doing and kind of what the series is going to be about. Hopefully, we start to last longer and longer, and these videos will chronicle, one life, two lives, but I'm going to keep recording even if we die a whole lot. So far, in this video, this was the beginning of this life. Basically, I started out by that airstrip and picked up this AK-47, and here now I've been alive for at least an hour and a half. The average life expectancy on the DayZ website is right under half hour. I've died way before that, and I've lived way after that. So hopefully, I live long, and some of these episodes are one long life instead of multiple lives. But what I want to do for this is just kind of do kind of a survivor diary and not do too much voiceover, and more of a kind of just like a as we're playing sort of format. Occasionally I may have to do some description over the videos and stuff like that, but I think it'd be cool just to kind of like let people see the atmosphere and sort of feel the atmosphere, because I think the strongest point that DayZ has is the really immersive atmosphere. I may even do some of the single player just to kind of show how that works. There's no PvP, it's a little less tense, but still a lot of fun, especially trying to learn the game and kind of get, especially if you haven't played Arma II before and you don't know the controls. They've simplified them for this mod, but there's still a lot of buttons and a lot of things that you kind of have to learn before you start to really feel comfortable. So I may do a couple of videos on that. I'm also going to link a kind of the how to install the mod, and I'll also link a link to the actual mod so you guys can like hop on and download this. It's it was $30 for Arma and the expansion bundled on Steam. Some people have said that you can do the free version of Arma 2 and just buy the expansion, but I don't know if that works. So if you've seen that and want to do that, I can't guarantee that works. I don't have experience with it, but I'll go ahead and put a link to that as well. So this has been basically just my kind of first impressions and introduction to DayZ. The next video after this is just going to be gameplay of Brandon. At the end of this video got killed and spawned somewhere like way on the other side of the coast. So the next couple of videos are just going to kind of be trying to reunite with him, and we're going to try to make our way to Devil's Castle. Hopefully we make it, and hopefully we survive long enough to actually team back up again. He had kind of led the way to this this area that we are right now, and we were looting these apartment buildings and ran into two, I wouldn't call them bandits, but they were kind of shady characters who had alerted a lot of Zeds and just ran right past us, and Brandon ended up falling off a roof trying to get a vantage point off them, and I ended up having to kill one of them, and one of them got eaten alive. So it was really, really really tense, and we were waiting for our friend Justin And I just had this feeling, you know, we need to get out of here. We need to start heading to the forest, but we wanted to get Justin really good weapons, and it ended up costing us one of our teammates. So you'll see in the next video, that's where I'm going to be headed on from here. Justin and I did finally meet up, and he was completely out of ammo, and I had to clear the way for him to get onto the building that I'm on now, and we held off for as long as we could, and finally the horde kind of stopped spawning, and we had ran out of time to play, and logged out, and from there I started making my way towards Brandon. He was on the far east coast of the map, which I'll put a link to the map in the description. It's huge. It takes 4 hours to move, probably, I don't know, maybe 30 to 40 kilometers. It takes quite a while to get across the map. So the next couple of videos are going to be probably somewhere between 30 to 50 kilometers worth of walking and trying to get to him, and hopefully once we meet up we can
quickly realizing that because I have no ammo.
Get more gear and more survivability. We were in a really good position here, and it was really unfortunate that he died. We had basically everything we needed to go hunting, so now we're looking for matches, and I think mostly matches. Matches are pretty rare, or more rare than you would think that matches should be. But that's kind of the number one objective we have right now, is to get enough hunting gear to be able to hide in the forest and kind of, you know, stay alive for a while. And there's a couple of landmarks that I want to go to, and just to kind of explore and, you know, find better hideouts. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope that the DayZ videos get watched. It kind of seems like a risk every time I do something not Star Wars. Diablo 3 didn't seem very popular, and I'm having a lot of fun with this game. Like, I've already put something like 24 hours into it, and I've only had it since Monday the 27th, which has been like 3 or 4 days. It's really, really fun. After you get over the first bit of that learning curve, and you start surviving for a lot longer, this game is just a blast. You can lose so much time in it, and I want to do a lot of videos on this game just because it's kind of a unique experience, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. So hopefully people like the series and people watch the series. If you want to see anything in particular, just let me know, and I'll try to venture on that way and sort of explore and kind of let you guys see what the world of DayZ has to offer. Thanks everybody that's been watching, and I hope you guys enjoy again, and give DayZ a chance if you guys you know, either catch Arma 2 on sale, or if you already have it, or really this mod I think is worth the $30 itself. So, you know, if you've been on the fence on this game and you want a kind of an idea, here you go. It's pretty intense, you can see. It's a really good and enjoyable game, and I recommend it. It's an alpha, so if you want to wait for the game to go on sale or something like that, that's totally understandable. But it looks like it can only go in good places from here. It has a lot of potential, so definitely recommend it. And if you guys get a chance, hop on DayZ, and hope you guys all have great weeks and great days. Bye.
No.
Okay, well, I got a blood bag. Maybe if I throw some flares. Zombies like flares, right?
I'm almost to you. I can see the building. The apartment-y one. There's a gas station here. I'm not that
Dude, there
close.
are a lot of zombies around here.